Hello and welcome to TheMan Games. We are back with another episode of the Wyatt 6. So there is now better cars on the community creations, and I'm going to show you where to find them on the community creations, as well as showing you how to make them a team. Also, if you are new watching TheMan Games, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click that thumbs up button, it really does help our video, and drop us a comment down below and let us know which creation you thought was the best and which entrance you thought was the best also. So first of all, we have this Dexter Loomis. And the true creator of this is what's the status? Hashtag 32498, and to find this Dexter Loomis, use the hashtags what's the status. So by downloading this Dexter Loomis, it will automatically come onto your Dexter Loomis already on 2K24, as well as a different portrait photo of Dexter Loomis. So yeah, another really good plus about this Dexter Loomis. Obviously, this is leaps and bounds better than the one that we looked at on the channel the other day. But obviously, it wasn't even like 24 hours before they debuted, so obviously, you know, it was hard to get the best creations that soon. But yeah, this is definitely the best Dexter Loomis now on the community creations. And then next up, we have this creation of Nikki Cross, and the true creator of this is Bearish Players. Hashtag 11256, and to find this Nikki Cross, use the hashtags Wyatt66, Nikki Cross, or Bear I5H Plays. So once again, another great creation here of this Nikki Cross, a lot better than the one that we looked at on Tuesday's video. You know, the face is just more accurate and the attire is much more accurate also. So yeah, a really awesome Nikki Cross here that you need to download for your Wyatt 6. And then next up we have this Joe Gracie here. And once again, this is another what's the status? Hashtag 32498 creation, and to find it, simply use the hashtags what's the status. So just like the Dexter Loomis, this Joe Gracie will come on with the Joe Gracie that's already on the game as an alternate attire. It does not go into the custom attires part, and also you get the unmasked version there on the right as well. So really cool creation here. You know, he's meant to be like a Huskus the Pig Boy kind of character, and you know, the mask is so much better than the one we looked at the other day, and the attire is much more accurate also. So yeah, definitely give this Joe Gracie a download. And then next up we've got this Uncle Howdy. So when I downloaded the what's the status one the other day, it looked really good, but then it got a little bit glitchy. I don't know if anyone else has had the same problem, so I thought I need to find, you know, a different version of Uncle Howdy, and the next best one was this one here. And the true creator of this is Soy El Roo, hashtag 50950, and to find this Uncle Howdy, use the hashtags Uncle Howdy, Raw, or Soy El Roo. So yeah, it was just going a little bit glitchy in the hands and the eyes on the what's the status one, whereas this one here seems, you know, much more better on my 2K24. You know, it could just be my computer, but you know, I was having those problems. But yeah, really like this creation here of Uncle Howdy from Soy El Roo, so make sure you're checking it out. And then finally we have this Eric Rowan, and I think this is absolutely awesome. And again, this is a what's the status, hashtag 32498 creation, and to find it, use the hashtags what's the status. So yeah, what an awesome creation this is. What's the status has done an amazing job with this Eric Rowan. My favourite, you know, one out of the bunch, definitely. And yeah, just can't wait to see, you know, what the Wyatt 6 actually do now they've debuted on Raw. Right then, so now you've got the best creations possible on the community creations, let's make them a team. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to options, to roster, to edit teams. So you're going to press R3 to create a team. So here you see we've got the Wyatt 6 here. So I'm not including Nikki Cross because that, you know, we're having a woman in the group, it alters the entrances unfortunately. So team name, we've got Wyatt 6. For team member number 1 we've got Uncle Howdy. Team member number 2 we've got Eric Rowan. Team member number 3 we've got Dexter Loomis, and team member number 4 we've got Joe Gracie. And now, so with the entrances, we've got a few different options here depending, like as a tag team, who you want the two to be. So we're going to look at this one first. So I've chose Kane with the manager as the motion. I really like how Uncle Howdy is walking down to the ring with, you know, Rowan here. I think he looks really cool, and I think he could alter in either Loomis or Gracie into this, and I think this would still be a really good entrance for the two. A really good one in my opinion. So for Uncle Howdy, I definitely have him playing the role as a manager here, and then the other guy walking down to the ring like so. If you've got Uncle Howdy as the second person in the in the team for this. And everything else is just set on Bray Wyatt, as you can see here. And the cast change is Eric Rowan as number 1 and Uncle Howdy as number 2. And then for the victory motions, so I chose the Deleters Worlds for the face and the heel. There wasn't really a lot of, really good options, and this is the closest to like a Bray Wyatt themed one that you could get. So that is why I chose the Deleters of Worlds for this. For the title motion, for the face and the heel, I chose the Brothers of Destruction, just because it's like, quite, a darker motion. So I thought that would be the best fit for these two characters. And for the victory music, the Typhon, the stage and movie, the apron and ring post, the banner and the barricade is all set on Bray Wyatt. And make sure you got Uncle Howdy as number 1 and Eric Rowan as number 2. So those were if you want Uncle Howdy to be with one of the other guys. Now we're going to look at potentially putting Rowan and Gacy together as a tag team. So to put Rowan and Gacy as a tag team, I chose the motion, the Bludgeon Brothers. So then, you've got Rowan there with the hammer making his way down to the ring. Obviously now we can see it with them both in the correct attires. And I think this is a really cool entrance. Obviously it really does fit really well, obviously, as Rowan is playing the correct part, obviously, that he used to play. So yeah, really good fit for these two. And obviously you can take Gracie out and add Dexter Lumis into it, and I think it does still really work as an entrance. Everything else wants to be set on Bray Wyatt, just like we did before. And then for their victory motions, so the Bludgeon Brothers is an option again, so you can have that as for your face and your heel motion, like so, and it will look like this. And then once again, I just chose the Brothers of Destruction champions there, just with it being, more of a darker title motion victory there. And obviously Bray Wyatt is set on everything else. So that is looking at having Rowan with Joe Gracie as a tag team, or you could definitely put Dexter Lumis in that role and it would still really work. For the cast change, I would change Joe Gacy to be number 1 and Eric Rowan to be number 2. So now looking at their entrance as a trio. So obviously you can have the Wyatt family entrance, so obviously that would be the best fit for this. I know they aren't the Wyatt family, they're Wyatt 6, as people like to keep reminding me. But for this currently, this is going to be the best fit for the tag team, in my opinion. As you can see now, them all in their correct attire making their way to the ring. It looks really, really awesome. You can see Howdy there, Lumis and Gacy. What a great entrance this is. And everything else is still set on Bray Wyatt for the music, the movie, the banner movie, the stage ramp, the apron and ring post movie, and the barricade movie. So that is for the trio's entrance. And then for their victory motions, so if you have Bayou Cultist 2, you can have all 4 of the guys in the ring together. So I chose that for the face and the heel. I thought it would be a really good fit for this, as obviously you can have all 4 of them in the ring together. And then we've got Bray Wyatt for the music, the Typhon, the stage ramp, the apron and ring post, the banner and the barricade. And for the cast change, we've got Uncle Howdy as number 1, Eric Rowan as number 2, Dexter Lumis as number 3, and Joe Gacy as number 4. Right then, so now adding Nikki Cross into the mix. So what you're going to do for this is we're going to press R1 and go across to mixed gender tag teams. And there we've got, as you can see, Wyatt 6 there, and we're going to look at making them as a tag team there. So obviously I chose Rowan and Nikki Cross for this, but you could use any of the others for this really. And then for this entrance, so for the motion, I chose Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Obviously it's like a spooky entrance that you can have, and I think it does, it really, really fits. Nikki Cross can play a great role in this entrance here. And I like how, Rowan looks so serious. I mean, obviously you can add anyone else into this, Howdy, Lumis or Gacy, and it still really, really works. So yeah, I think this is the best match for having Nikki Cross in this role for an entrance. And everything else is just set on Bray Wyatt like we've done throughout the video. And the cast change is Eric as number 1 and Nikki as number 2. And then for the victory motion, so once again I've used Karrion Kross for both the face and the heel. Just it's the best match for the two, in my opinion. And for the mixed gender tag teams, there isn't a lot of great options. But, I mean, I think I would have still picked this one anyway, because it is a really, really cool one. For the title motions, I've just ignored them because you can't have a mixed tag team belt anyway. And once again, everything else is just set on Bray Wyatt for this. And still, Rowan is number 1 and Nikki Cross is number 2 for the cast change. And like I said before, this is going to work with anyone else, It'll work with having Loomis in the place, Gracie in the place, or Uncle Howdy in the place of Eric Rowan. Unfortunately, there isn't any like good entrances that you could have as maybe a 2 and a female that would fit this role. So unfortunately, I've not been able to find one. You know, one of the only ones is like Titus Worldwide, and that does not fit this group at all, unfortunately. And all the other ones really are just, you know, a bunch of guys. So yeah, unfortunately, there's not one that really fits having Nikki Cross in with a trios entrance. So I'm just not bothered, you know, to create one for this. And there you have it. So now you know where to get the best Wyatt 6 creations off the community creations now, and you know how to create them as a team as well, with entrances and victory motions. Well, I do hope you did enjoy this video today and you did find it helpful. If you did so, please think about subscribing to TheMan Games if you haven't already. If you already have, make sure you've got your notifications turned on, then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. You can also find us on social media. There is links in the description below. There is also a link to become a member. By doing so, you will get early access to videos as well as other perks. And there is also a link in the description below where you can sign up to our newsletter. By doing so, you get a weekly email letting you know what goes up on the channel. So thank you very much for watching and supporting TheMan Games today, and we will see you on the next video.